Hey guys, Bella here. In this video, I'm going to be talking about 10 things that I do for self-care. So self-care is very popular right now. There's a lot of hashtag self-care tags on Instagram right now, and mental health awareness has become a pretty big deal, especially since we've seen a lot of celebrity suicides in the last year. And I think it just brought a lot of awareness to the fact that something can look good on the outside and we can look happy, but we may not be doing so well on the inside. So for me, when I think about self-care, I think about taking care of my mind, body, and soul. And the times that I have really slipped into depressions, I think that the main reason is because I wasn't doing enough self-care. And self-care has a wide variety of things, but for me, it means taking time to do something that is truly just for Bella, not Bella the entrepreneur, not Bella the daughter, or not Bella the friend, not Bella the community member, or Bella the housekeeper, just for Bella. And so when you think about self-care, you want to think about something like, how can I do something that is just for me? And a lot of times it's very difficult to make time for self-care because we have a lot of rat race type activities to do because we get so wrapped up in what we have to do. But I just want everyone who's watching this to remember that things like doing the dishes, doing the laundry, they're very important, and they are in a form of self-care, but those things can always wait until tomorrow, especially when you are feeling stressed out or when you feel like you've just done all you can do for a day, and to do one more thing would just be awful. You have to give yourself some time to breathe and some time to relax. So with that being said, I'm going to talk through 10 things that I do for myself. And as far as self-care goes, most of the stuff that I do for myself is relatively cheap or free. So I'll just go through the list. The first thing I do for myself is I listen to really upbeat music and positive podcasts. I don't try to take in a lot of negativity. When I was at the depths of my depression, I was listening to like really sad music, and it was just not helping things at all. It's okay to listen to sad music for like one day if you just want to cry and you just want to get it out, but I don't think it's good to listen to that all the time. So now I listen to a lot of really upbeat music, a lot of fast and dance music, and a lot of trap music. If I'm just being honest, I like trap music. And I like to have my music set the tone. So if I'm cleaning or doing something that I don't really love doing, or going to the gym even, I will listen to like really, really fun upbeat music. So that's one thing I do to take care of myself. The second thing I do is to take a warm bath. So I know this seems like overly simplistic, but it is just so nice to get into the bath with a bath bomb or some smell goods, and to just get in there, and maybe you even have like a glass of wine, or maybe you have like your favorite song on when you're in the bath. But I just really love to take a bath, and I always feel like I told someone I feel like I get baptized every time I take a bath because I put my head in the water and I come back up and I'm a new person. So baths are really underestimated as self-care. And self-care can be something silly. Like I bought myself this mug because I just thought it was like kind of funky and cool, and it was $8. Did I need it? No, but I do use it, so sorry about that. Self-care can be drinking enough water. Number 3 is buy yourself something that smells good. I like to buy a new perfume, a new lotion, a scent for my car, a Glade plug-in for my house, and really get into those smells and just breathe the smells in, and take a lot of deep breaths and appreciate and really just get into something that smells good. It really calms me down, I think. A lot of people associate certain smells with memories, and so like you might have a warm apple cinnamon, or even I have this candle that I just bought. It's a pumpkin spice candle just to get ready for fall, and I'm gonna light this thing right now. Go ahead and get that going. Yeah, so little things like that. Number 4 that I do for myself is I make time to see my friends and family. Now this one is big because when you're an adult, all the things of life get in the way, and so I literally put on the calendar like times to see my friends. I might have to text one of them and say, hey, what are you doing next Tuesday? Let's go get coffee. And I will put that on my calendar, because if you don't put on your calendar, stuff gets in the way. So I always make time to see my friends and family. I might not see them as much as I would like, but I never let months go by without seeing them, because you don't want those people in your life to feel like you don't care, and they may not reach out to you. They may be busy. So just take the leap and ask them to do something. So number 5 is to listen to your body. I feel like I was not doing this at all up until this year, was listening to my body when it was tired, when it was sore, when it was hurt. I was just kind of going through life doing whatever. And after I started meditating and started, giving myself some time to sit with myself, I would start to feel my body more and feel the tension in my muscles and in my back, sometimes in my neck and shoulders. And one time this year, I actually drove to the gym, pulled up in the parking lot, and sat there for a second, and I just realized how tired I was that day and how much I had everything just taken out of me. And I said, you know what, I don't think that I need to do this today. I think that I need to go back home. And it wasn't I don't need to go to the gym, I'm lazy, I give up today. It wasn't anything like that. It was simply wow, I just don't think that I need to do this, and I'm going to go back home for me, just like I would go to the gym normally for me. So just listening to your body is very, very important. Number 6 is to journal. I'm actually sitting my camera on top of my journal right now so I can get a better angle. However, I journal probably at least 4 times a week, and you don't have to journal that often, but I think journaling is really a good outlet, because most of us do not talk about how we feel to anyone in great depth, but we are able to do it if we journal. If you don't know what to journal about, I would recommend doing journal prompts. There's a ton of journal prompts on Google, on YouTube. Journal prompts are just kind of questions to get your brain thinking, such as what is something that is going really well for me this year, and what is something that I want to improve on. That's a very simple journal prompt. Or, make a list of 10 things that I'm grateful for so far this month, or things of that nature. So I think journal prompts can help you out, especially those who do not consider themselves creative writers. Journaling is something for me that I think has really improved my mental health and self-care, as far as if I have a crappy day, I can get it all out on the page and not dwell on it, because the worst thing I think is to be wrapped up in negativity and you trying to get through some days and just leaving it all on your shoulders. So writing it helps me kind of get it out. Okay, so number 7 is a little bit more in the vanity side of things, but get your hair or nails done. I just got some color put into my hair, and I got some blonde put in it at the bottom, and it made me feel so much better. I don't know how to describe it, because it's not a big thing, but it's just I don't know. I was kind of feeling down, and I was not feeling very good about myself. I was really not feeling good about my body, and I got my hair done, and I was I'm fine. Yeah, I'm a fine-ass lady. Yeah. So, hair and nails, and this applies to guys too. Guys, go get your hair done. Go get your beard done. Go do whatever men do. Go get a massage. Do something for yourself. But the main thing is that you take that day and you don't schedule a lot of things around that day. You just let that day be your day to take care of yourself. So hair and nails, I'm a big, big advocate for that. Number 8 is to talk to someone, like a therapist or a trusted friend. We have to get our thoughts and feelings out sometimes, and sometimes we just need a soundboard for all of the feelings that we have, and maybe some of the frustrations that we have. So I have my very best friend. I talk to her about things, and then I also have my therapist that I talk to about things, because there are some things that I don't think it's fair to put on your friends and family, and I think that's why having a good therapist comes in handy, because our friends are our friends, but they don't need to have all of our worries and all of our burdens. So talking to a therapist is very, very important. And therapy is becoming, I think, more mainstream and more affordable. There's a lot of online therapists now, and I've never really tried that, but I go to therapy from once a month to 1 to 2 times a month, and I think it really, really helps me. Okay, number 9 for self-care is to go see a movie. Also sounds pretty simple, but I always get lost in the movies. Like, I lose myself. I don't think about anything from the external world. I'm not sitting there thinking about, okay, I have to get home and do the dishes, and then I have an Amazon shipment to do, and then I have to read from the 48 Laws of Power, and then I have to make sure I plug up my laptop to charge it for tomorrow, and I need to check my merch sales, and I need to take a bath, and I need to feed the dogs, and I need to take the garbage out. Like, you see how all of this, just on the human psyche, how many thoughts we have a day is just unreal. Like, it's absolutely unreal. So going to the movies, it is a simple thing that you can do for yourself, and it is really just, it's a game changer. I like to go see a movie on an afternoon and come out of there just fresh mind, fresh perspective, really relaxed. And I think that, you know, when I have a lot on my plate and stuff, that's a good place for me to go to really just get outside myself and enjoy something for two hours or so, and just kind of be there and be in the moment. Okay, so the number 10 thing on my self-care activities list is to go on a nature field trip. And this seems also really simple, but just taking a simple walk in the woods is really, it's actually scientifically proven to improve your mental health. So, better if you can leave your phone in the car, but if you can't leave your phone, that's okay. But I think it's better to not have that distraction. One of my favorite things to do is go over to, we call it the TVA, Tennessee Valley Authority Trail in the Shoals, and I go over there, and I'll just go over there for like 2 hours and come out of there like a new woman. Like, I love going over there. It's truly something that I can do for me, and that nobody can really get to me there, and nobody can bother me there. And when you turn your phone off, I think you're really doing a service to yourself, because especially being a realtor and being an entrepreneur, my phone always rings all the time. And if I was always available, what would that say about me? Like, it's not good to always be available. I was talking to someone that I know who runs a similar business to me, and he always answers his phone. And I said, why do you do that? You don't have to do that. And you know, he was like, well, I don't want to lose the business. And I'm like, well, you know, you probably need to lose some business. You don't want all business, first of all, because then you'll be overwhelmed, and then you won't be particular about your clients. But I think being on all the time is its own form of negative self-care, especially with these phones and the computers. But these 10 things are something that I think really are game changers. Just, you know, take one thing off this list and try it this week, and tell me how you feel about it in the comments. I would love to hear about your self-care routine. You know, it could even be so simple as, you know, every night I wash my face, I clean myself up, I put on some lotion and perfume, I rub down my, you know, my feet with some fancy lotion and put socks on. Whatever you do, I don't care if it's, I go to TJ Maxx and then I go out to eat Mexican food. That sounds like a great day to me, to be honest. But yeah, I just wanted to make this video because I was feeling like some of you need to hear it, and I definitely need to hear it from time to time, especially if you're entrepreneurial. You probably don't give yourself enough breaks, and you probably disguise things that are business related as self-care, or, you know, you might tell yourself, oh, I'm doing this for me, but really there's a whole nother side of you as a human being that has nothing to do with your business, nothing to do with your family. It's just you deep within your soul. So, you know, kind of listen to that person. And as you guys can tell, I'm kind of getting a little bit more in touch with that. And the more books I read and the more I learn, the more I realize that, you know, meditation and the soul and the body are things that also have to be fed if we want to stay healthy and happy. So yeah, those are my self-care tips. If you have any questions, just leave it in the comments below. And again, leave your self-care tips in the comments so we can kind of go back and forth and discuss. Take care, guys.